Welcome to the Funky Latina podcast, where community, culture, and music collide. I'm your host, Elisa, the Funky Latina. We'll discuss what I'm listening to, events you can't miss, and your new favorite Latin indie artists. Press play and let's get into it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Funky Latina podcast. I'm your host, Elisa, the Funky Latina. All right, so let's get something straight. This is a bi-weekly podcast, which means a new episode comes out every other week. But after I released the first episode, y'all showed so much love that I was like, I gotta give them more. I gotta give the people what they want because the Funky Latina serves her community, period. And to be quite honest, I was supposed to release 2 episodes the first week, but I had a little bit of an issue of recording one of my episodes in slow motion. And not like juvenile slow motion. This was real slow motion, okay? So we only dropped 1 episode and you guys have been showing so much love. So this is episode 2 of the Funky Latina podcast. Thank you guys for listening. I'm so excited to see where this takes us, what we talk about, and just excited to grow the Funky Latina music community. So thank you guys so much. I hope you're having a beautiful week. It's Wednesday. I can't believe that. We're halfway through the week. Next week's going to be Christmas. Like, so wild. My week's been pretty good. Can't complain. I feel like I'm already starting like the holiday eating. Like there's treats everywhere I look. But I kind of love it because like that means it's tamale season. So excited for that. And y'all, pretty much every day, all I do is think about the Funky Latina Fest. So I'm really excited to bring that to y'all. I had a really exciting meeting today. I can't wait to share the details with you. That will be coming at a later episode. But year 4 of the Funky Latina Fest is going to be amazing. And I can't wait to share all the details with you. Save the date, March 29th. So I hope you're having a beautiful week. I'm super excited to share this week's episode with you. We'll be right back. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Funky Latina podcast. So now we're going to get into the Funky Latina report. This is music news from the Funky Latina's point of view. So first up, I want to talk about Eve the rapper. She just released a book. Well, it's a memoir. It's called Who's That Girl? A memoir by Eve. And I recently saw her on an interview with Sway, and she talked about how this book gives you like all the exclusive details about her life, specifically about how she started rapping and what kind of led to that. She always wanted to be a rapper, but she actually was at a strip club and started stripping for only a month. And then she met Mace, and that kind of catapulted her career. Like she met him, they talked business, and then she was like, okay, I'm pursuing rapping full time. So shout out to her because she has definitely left a big impact on not just rap culture, but like women rap culture. Like I definitely think she's been somebody that, you know, City Girls, Flo Milli, like all these talented rappers have to look up to. And she definitely changed my life with that song, Who's That Girl? Because that helped build confidence at an early age. So definitely check out Who's That Girl? A memoir by Eve. Next, I want to talk about Christmas, because I have not been this excited for Christmas since I was like a kid. Well, y'all may call it Christmas, but I call it Slaymas. It was recently announced that in addition to Beyonce taking over the halftime performance on Christmas Day during that football game or whatever, that she will be joined by Mariah Carey. So the Queen of Christmas is going to perform at the beginning of the football game. My sources tell me this is a pre-recorded performance, but either way, I love that I'm getting the Queen of Christmas and Queen Bee on Christmas Day. So do not bother me during that time. Let me get information. And actually, Netflix, you better be information because we're all going to be tuning in, and you know you got 30 minutes, so get it together. I can't wait for Christmas. I'm super excited. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited to see my family too. We're going to have a good time, but this is just like the cherry on top. So shout out to Beyonce and the Beehive. I have some more news from This Ain't Texas because our Tejana Queens are taking over my news report. It was recently announced that the Selena documentary will premiere at Sundance Film Festival. Now, I know there's a lot of Selena fans out there, I being one of them, and anytime there's anything Selena, we get excited. We can't wait. We're the first in line. And so the film will screen at the Sundance Film Festival. If you can't make it to Sundance, they usually have a virtual screening. So I will be seated for that. Super excited. And it's just cool because this documentary will have never before seen footage of Selena. And so that is really exciting because it's so cool to see, I think, artists and like talent that we admire, like new stuff from them, because Selena specifically, obviously, we're not getting more music, we're not getting more entertainment. And if you're like me, you've been chronically online looking up YouTube's getting outfit inspo. So it's really exciting to see the new footage that's going to come out of this documentary. And I definitely think that it will tell the beautiful story of her life, her legacy, and the impact that she's had on not just the culture, but how she's still relevant today in popular culture. So shout out to Selena. And also shout out to the director, because it is directed by Mexican American Isabel Castro. And so it's very excited for that. And I can't wait. Obviously, I'll be posting details on my Instagram of when you can catch it. Another Tejana queen, or Texas queen, Selena Gomez. She has been in and out of the news for, I would say, some rude reasons. Y'all cannot let this woman live. Like, she's like America's sweetheart, and I love her. I'm a fan of her. I like her music. And she recently starred in the film Emilia Perez, and she played a Mexican American actress. And I think she did an amazing job, but y'all want to talk about how her Spanish wasn't good enough. And Selena Gomez does speak Spanish, and I think for the film, she did a good job. She played her role. Nobody's perfect, and I think as a fellow No Sabo kid, well, she's not a No Sabo kid, I am, but I think that this is the exact reason why it's hard for us to speak Spanish or to practice, because then we get ridiculed and teased. And I'm having flashbacks to the night I hosted Loteria and I mispronounced a word and the tias came for me. Pretty sure I have footage of it. Happy to share so you guys can feel the pain and embarrassment. But that didn't stop me, and that's not stopping Selena either. She took the criticism and said she did her best, and she's going to keep on doing it. You can watch Emilia Perez on Netflix, and I love that Selena stood up for herself despite all the harsh criticism, because one really amazing theme in this film that I think about is that it's like a journey of self-acceptance. And so in today's world and all this crazy online culture, it can be really hard to accept yourself. And so I'm glad Selena's standing up for herself. You should totally check out the film on Netflix. It is absolutely beautiful. Zoe Saldana is in it. Carla Sofia Gascon is in it. It is a lot of mujer power, and that's what I think we should be talking about. But guess what, guys? Selena Gomez doesn't care what y'all think, because she's booked, she is busy, she is talented, she is in love, and she is engaged to Benny Blanco. So congratulations on her engagement. Y'all also have opinions about that too. If you're unfamiliar with Benny Blanco, he probably produced one of your favorite Justin Bieber songs, which that could be kind of messy because I know Selena dated him, but whatever. Let's live in the now. But people are saying, oh, he's like not cute enough, he's an uggo. Like, that's a direct quote. I see y'all in the comments. But for me, I'm like, unless you've been in these dating streets, you don't know what it's like. And he makes her happy. She seems super happy. And when you have a rock on your finger as big as hers, then come talk to me. Okay? Until then, I don't think we need your dating advice. I think Selena Gomez is going to be just fine. Oh, congratulations to Selena and Benny Blanco. Wishing you love and happiness. Let's talk about Omar Apollo. If you want to talk about crushes, if you want to talk about love, if you want to talk about heartbreak, just listen to his album, God Said No. Omar Apollo is Australia's 2024 International Artist of the Year. He's gracing the cover of GQ magazine Australia and looking good doing it. This young Mexican-American indie artist, I would also say pop star, is draped in Emporio Armani, Alexander McQueen. There's a beautiful write-up about him. And if you're new to him, this is a great article to check out because he gives some details about how his last album was really sad, but he doesn't walk around being super sad. Like, the music is just sad, that he's actually in like one of the best eras of his life. And so I'm excited. I'm hopeful for some uplifting music from Omar Apollo, but definitely check out the article in Australia GQ. You can find it online. I'll link it on my Instagram because it does give another side of Omar Apollo that we haven't seen in a while. I'd say it's the happy side. I might even dare to say that it's the having like a crush on somebody, because he is just like super happy, super excited, and I felt kind of his joy by reading it. I mean, it could just be that I'm like obsessed with him too, so there's that. Don't forget to factor that in. But yeah, it was just exciting to see him and hear him through this article, because I've been a fan forever, and it's just showing, and it's just proof that Latino artists are taking over the mainstream if we haven't already, because this is proof of that. This Mexican American first generation king is on the cover of Australian GQ. So congratulations to. Next up, as I mentioned in my podcast last week, I attended a advanced screening of the movie Mufasa. So I'd say I'm a pretty like good expert when it comes to Disney movies, or The Lion King specifically, because when I was young, I actually went to see the original Lion King in theaters. So, and it was traumatic now that I think about it, because it was sold out. Me and my cousin, we couldn't sit with my Nina because there wasn't enough seats. And y'all know about that scene whenever Mufasa dies. Like, it's horrible, absolutely horrible. Scar, you are horrible. But anyways, fast forward to Mufasa. It's a prequel, and what's cool about this film is that it tells you the story about how Scar and Mufasa became brothers, and how they get to like rule the land, and it's the adventure of them getting there. And it is quite an adventure. It is very intense. I would say that it's giving action, so check it out if you're into that. My only critique is that I didn't love the music. I didn't walk out singing Hakuna Matata or singing any of the songs, to be honest. And so that was my criticism, but it's an excellent movie to watch if you're into adventure. Definitely going to take my niece and nephew to check it out, because I think they will enjoy it. So now we're going to wrap up the end of our weekly report segment, but I can't let you go without doing my job and introducing you to your new favorite Latin indie artist. This week, I want to talk about this duo from California. It's a band. Well, I don't think you'd call them a band, but they're a duo. They're called the Tulips, and they are based in California. It's two best friends who started singing, and they just released a song this week called Still Love You Todavía. And so they're Latina and Filipina, they're besties, and they make beautiful music. This song in particular really reminds me of early Caliuchis, like Por Vida vibes. Very airy, very magical. It has a bit of like a lullaby behind it, and you just kind of can hum it, and you don't really need to sing it, but it's just like a beautiful song that makes you feel good. It is really sweet. Definitely check it out. And if you haven't followed the Tulips, check them out on Instagram and online. I'll definitely feature their song in my Instagram story this week. Well, that concludes the Funky Latina report for this week. Hang on tight, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to the Funky Latina podcast. I want to talk about a few of my favorite things. We're going to talk about the Funky Latina's favorite songs of 2024. I actually have a list of about 12 songs that I want y'all to check out, but today I'm only going to cover my top 5 in no particular order. But if you want to see the full list, you know I made you a playlist, and you can check out the full list on my Instagram. So let's get into it. The first one is Luna Luna, Something About You. Something about this song that I love. It's an earworm. I love it. It's so good. And what I love about the song is that it's like kind of dreamy, and it's definitely for the lover girls, because the song is about unrequited love. Luna Luna is a band that's based in Austin, Texas. They're a Latin bilingual band, and they actually have range. They also make cumbias, which they had another song they released this year. That was a close second, but of my favorite of 2024, Luna Luna, Something About You. Check it out. Next is a local favorite of mine, Diego Summers, and the song is San Junipero. Diego Summers is a Phoenix-based Mexican-American indie artist. I'd say like indie alternative, originally from Buckeye, Arizona. So shout out to Buckeye. I love this song. And I wish I could play it for you guys while we're talking, but you know, that whole issue with copyright. Well, I don't want to issue with copyright, so I'm just going to tell you about the songs. But this song feels like it belongs in an 80s rom-com movie. It's that good. I don't know. It's very electronic and Diego plays the guitar and it's a really beautiful song. Again, another lover girl song. He talks about how he sees his love in his dreams and he can still see it and he can't get over it. It's a great song. It'll also be on my playlist. So check out Diego Summers San Junipero. Next, excited about this band. I actually just started listening to them over the last year. They're called Earringers and they are from LA, East LA to be specific. They're a 5-piece indie rock band and I found their song. This was the first song I found from them that was released this year. Pretty self-explanatory. It's called Friend Zone. I really just love this song. Maybe I have an issue with unrequited love because there seems to be a theme here, but it's a good song. It's very upbeat. And there's like this lyric where it's like, I leaned in for a kiss. You moved out the way I missed. Talk about like heartbreak in front of your face. So yeah, it's a really good song. If you're into like indie rock and you want to support Latinx artists, this is a great place to start. They also have they're also a bilingual band. They have music in Spanish too. But of 2024, this was my favorite song from Earringers. Next is an artist that I'm really excited about. I've been listening to her for about 4-ish years. I remember during the pandemic, she released an EP and like I followed her on Instagram, me being the fangirl I am. And she was like, hey, who wants to hear like a song? And I was like, I do. And she sent it to me and that was really cool. Haven't forgot. The artist's name is Nico Rubio. She's Mexican and Salvadorian American. And the song is Feliz por Conocerte. Now imagine, let me set the scene. You have the voice of, I'd say, rock en español icon Julieta Venegas meets rock alternative Paramore. I mean, that's beautiful. Like, it's very edgy. This song in particular is very folk background, very upbeat. It is in Spanish, so check it out. But I would encourage you to go through her discography. She also has a song called Sirena with Cuco. That song is also in Spanish. Beautiful song. I actually really like the music video because it's very simple, but Cuco's kind of chasing this mermaid throughout the video. Really cool. Check it out. But one of my favorite songs of the year from Nico Rubio is Feliz por Conocerte. Check it out. Last song, excited to wrap out the list with local indie band Pijama Pijama. So Pijama Pijama actually started as like a solo act and it's grown into this beautiful band. And I would describe their music as cumbia, psychedelic cumbia. Like there's, I don't know, this like very like fantasy-esque sound that you hear and it's very lively, it's very fun. The one song that I picked from them is Vende Tu An. And that just came out maybe in November, so check it out. They have a whole list of songs on all streaming platforms. One of my favorite local bands. And yeah, they've been in Arizona, all over California, and I'm excited to see where they end up next. So those are my top songs of 2024. If you want to see the full list, check out my Instagram. And as always, I'm going to make a playlist for you, so it'll be at your fingertips. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Funky Latina podcast. I'm your host, Elisa, the Funky Latina. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been so much fun to create and to hang out with you guys. So I really appreciate y'all for listening. You can listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can see my beautiful face on YouTube. So check me out and follow along. I really appreciate all your support. Now, what are we doing this weekend? I got options for y'all. You can go out, you can stay in, but I have you covered. So this segment is called Lookout Weekend. So first, we're going to start with anyone who doesn't feel like going out. These are some specials that you could check out from the comfort of your living room. So, Smokey Robinson and Haley Bailey are hosting a Motown Christmas. Now, that sounds incredible. I love me some Motown. I love me some Christmas. This is perfect. They're going to be honoring the Legacy label, and it'll feature performances from The Temptations, Jordan Sparks, and so many more. So I definitely will add that to my list this weekend to check out. If you are a pop girly, you probably already saw this. If you're anything like me or my niece, you know who I'm talking about. Sabrina Carpenter released a special on Netflix, and it's called A Nonsense Christmas. I can't wait to see this. I have been holding out for until Christmas until I hang out with my niece because she is a huge Sabrina Carpenter fan, and I'm excited to check it out. Again, she's going to have special guests perform with her, like Kali Uchis. I think Quinta Brunson makes like a cameo. Who knows? Maybe she'll sing. So this is definitely two shows that can get you into the holiday spirit without leaving your home. But if you want to go out, you can catch me outside, and I'm definitely stopping by the new Trill location. They're having kind of a, I guess, grand opening at their new location, which I'm excited to check out because on Saturday they're going to have a ton of meet and greets. So if you're into like hip hop, comics, music, you got to check out this place if you've never been there. It's really cool. And it's just an amazing, very community-driven spot. But if you love music, you got to check it out. And so, like I said, they're having meet and greets on the 21st and 22nd. Ken Swift from the Rocksteady crew. Lee, known for playing Lee in Beat Street. My personal favorite, Victor Rasuk. You may know him from How to Make It in America. You may have met him on Becoming Victor Vargas, classic. Or maybe The Beauty and the Baker. Either way, he's handsome, he's Dominican, and there's a meet and greet at Trill, so I will be there. Also, if you still have some shopping to do, there's a couple local opportunities that you should get into this weekend. Mercadito is going down the Posada edition at my favorite watering hole, Barcoa. So check it out. Come shop all Latina businesses on Saturday. I will share all this information to my Instagram so you can check it out. Also going on all weekend as well is Slacker Market. Slacker Market is exactly what it sounds like. If you've been slacking on your gift shopping, this is a great place to come and get your gifts that are beautiful, that are heartwarming, and that are more importantly from local small business owners. So check it out. I'm definitely going to do some shopping. I'm going to be in front of my Netflix and chilling with these Christmas specials, and I'm definitely going to check out Barcoa because you know a girl loves her margarita. So thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out with me. It's been so much fun to share the Funky Latina podcast with you. I hope y'all have a beautiful week. Make sure you listen, subscribe, like, rate this podcast. I can't wait to hang out with you again on the next episode of the Funky Latina podcast.